opened my eyes. It was dark and wet. "You're awake," I heard Alyssa's voice. "And just in time. You're almost out of chakra, and Boris is going to have to go back to his world in about 30 minutes. I started tossing and turning weakly as I felt the metallic taste of blood on my tongue. "Why am I in so much pain?" I croaked. "You're low on hot chakra. August almost killed you, and he managed to do something to your heart. Your blood curse pattern saved you again. It prevented August from finishing what he started. But you almost died, Archie." "Is he dead?" I sat up, albeit with extreme difficulty. Something fell next to me. My broken headphones. "Not sure. I was busy with you, and Boris didn't have any time to keep track of any of the others either." I reached up to touch my face and let out a hiss of pain. "The most serious burns are all healed. The rest of them aren't worth the hot chakra to heal." "Where am I?" I looked around. It was dark. White noise was roaring inside my head. The ceiling was low, and it was sticky. I couldn't have stood up to my full height. "You're in Boris's mouth," Alyssa explained patiently. "You slept for over a day. First, take some chakra-restoring pills. Your wallets are next to you." Only after she said this did I finally realize that I was lying on a gigantic tongue, and that the moisture I could feel beneath my arms was saliva. Sure enough, I thought. Here are his teeth. I found my wallets, threw the shattered remnants of my headphones into them, and took out the little box of pills that Philip had given me back on Freedom Island. They had certainly come in handy. Thinking of Philip made my thoughts turn to Katie immediately. I could only hope that she was okay. I was going to have to find out somehow. Through Yvonne, for example. After taking the pills, I took a few bones out of my wallet and put together a makeshift raft. Boris would have to head back to his world very soon, and somehow I was going to have to survive in the open ocean without him. As soon as I attached the last bone, my beast disappeared in a flash of light. Before doing so, he transmitted a thought to me through our mental connection, informing me that I should leave him be for the next few days. So I was all alone. All around me, for as far as the eye could see, there was nothing but water. Comparing a map of Earth with one of Terra, you'd find that they have a lot in common, but there are some differences as well. Freedom Island, for example, is a huge, slightly irregular, oval-shaped island in the sea where the much smaller South Island is located in real life. Novaya Zemlya and North Island don't exist on Terra at all, and neither do October Revolution Island, Bolshevik Island, or Komsomolets Island. In their place, Terra had a staggered line of reefs, toward which we should have been flying according to our original plan. But I had gotten lost, and had no idea at all what direction I'd been floating in while I was unconscious. The main thing, of course, would be to avoid ending up back on Freedom Island. It would be kind of funny, of course, but mostly sad. The first thing I did was change clothes. My clothing had been reduced to little more than a few burnt rags draped over my body. Wincing in pain, I replaced my tattered scraps with the standard white uniform of a facetor. I just had to rip off the sigil of Freedom Island with the Roman numeral 2 on it. A pervasive feeling of weakness was preventing me from moving normally, and I felt like my head was full of sludge. I must have hit it pretty hard. I swallowed a restorative pill to speed up the healing of my wounds, then laid down. I activated the heart of blood pattern and closed my eyes. The water was cold. I was soon thoroughly soaked and shivering. There was something good about that, though, which was that the pain from my burns subsided quite a bit. My head immediately filled with recollections of the escape. Nothing had gone the way I had planned. Those assholes had burned all the villages full of women and children. As soon as that thought entered my head, it filled me with hatred. Then that feeling gave way to guilt. How many lives had been burned away by my bombs? No, I suddenly thought, this isn't the time to think about that. I'd been assuming that somebody would try to kill me at some point, which was why I had deliberately hollowed out some of the carriage's bones and filled them with a special liquid. It was approximately the same thing that they poured into the cells in Moscovia, all over the floors of the cells. It blocked people's main patterns and prevented them from using chakra. But this liquid, one of a